Hey guys, how's it going? I am back for part 2 of the TEPIS Paranormal Dudey Rhino collaboration where we are looking through the ghost subreddit. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, ghostly figure sets off bar security alarm. Video of the ghost in Moe's. Holy shit, says the caption. Oh, okay, sorry, he's got to press play on his screen. Okay. Did you see that?
Yeah, the sort of very faint white.
Yeah. Mist line.
I think you can almost make out an actual sort of legs and torso.
Yeah, the only thing... Is that just going to replay? Please replay. No, I've got to hit replay, it's fine. The only thing, if you watch at the start, it seems to be in front of this table.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but that's not necessarily debunking it, because it could be walking through this path. But why I say that is because if you overlay a video effect, it will obviously be on top of this image, because the clipping out behind this table, behind this chair, and that. If you're just doing it for a bit of publicity and you're not trained in editing, that would be a massive pain in the arse.
Yeah. Whereas getting just a green screen mist effect, slapping it on top and being done with it.
Yeah, where you can see this is. But
yeah,
at the same time, it doesn't take away from the fact that it could be walking down that line.
Mm-hmm.
It clearly goes across, so you know this isn't like a speck of dust or anything like that. We can definitely rule that out.
It's a full figure. It's just a case of whether it's a.
It's always after hours, isn't it?
yeah, it's never like when there's people there.
Yeah.
It would be enough to startle me, I think, if I was the, person working here.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be enough. I wouldn't immediately jump. I don't think to there's a ghost walking around.
I mean, if that wasn't made up and I worked there and I was told or I saw that, I would be like, my hand been noticing.
Yeah, I'd be considering it. I think it's another one of those 50-50. It depends on if we trust the people that released it.
Absolutely. This is the problem. That's why I need to find this stuff myself, because I know I can trust myself.
Yeah. Whereas people on Reddit aren't the most reliable source.
And again, you've got to think, oh wow, Moe's Pub is haunted. All of a sudden, a brand new customer base opens up. Boom.
I mean, I've looked at a lot of haunted. Yeah, I've looked at a lot of websites for haunted places, and a lot of them have got like a haunted section.
Yeah. Can you see these comments?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a refreshing post from all the spiderwebs and dust. I like this post. I mean, to me at least, it does still look like a long spider web drifting across. I don't know.
See, I think if it was a spider's web, it would have more of a swinging motion.
Yeah.
And that it goes straight.
Yeah, it's literally a fucking spider web. I mean, Reddit is a scary place. It's a vicious place.
Ooh,
to me, it looks like a spider web drifting with the draft. So it's OP, our original poster. The story behind this is from a bar next door to us. Every night when the manager closed and counted the money, she would go in the office, lock the door and set the alarm. The alarm triggers and a police officer is dispatched. He gets there and clears the building while she waits in the office. When they went back to check the security footage to see what triggered the alarm, they saw this figure move through the bar. The police are dispatched rather than a security company. In our city, yes, the security company contacts the police and they will reset the alarm if no one is available. Then they bill you for it if it's a false positive. That's not a figure, that's someone driving by slowly in their car. The light is a reflection. Interesting. What sensors would have been used? The figure movement is pretty linear. It is being filmed off a screen and it's very short, so it's odd, but I don't think it's paranormal.
The comments always intrigue me because it is just like people arguing.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks they're 100% right.
Yeah. I just feel like a spider web would swing. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just go across like a phasing line.
Mm-hmm. And again, I don't think the car thing works because there were points where the figure's clearly standing not against a background.
Yeah.
So when it reaches the end of the bar, it's clearly just sort of in space as opposed to, on the backdrop.
Absolutely.
150 feet long.
Oh, goodness.
In Germany, Count von...
Hang on. Notice strange dark figure moving from left to right of the history guy. Behind him, about level with the top of his chair. WTF is that? I didn't realise they just start playing. Here we go.
150 feet long. In Germany, Count von Hindenburg's largest airship, the L3, was just 414 feet. In fact, the Ariel was to be about a third longer than the Hindenburg, which wouldn't be built for another 28 years.
What?
Longer than the was to be about a third longer than the about a third longer was to be about a third longer than was to be about a third longer than the Hindenburg, which wouldn't be built for another.
Okay.
There's a lot to unpack in this one.
Yeah.
I was
First of
expecting a
all,
sort of mist.
yeah. First of all, there's a clear reflection in his gold plaque, but I mean that isn't hard to do. But what I'm saying is that I believe that is physically there in that room.
28 years. But Morel believed the Hindenburg about a third longer. In fact, the Ariel was to be about a third longer.
Hang on, there's actually if you look in the gold play button before it comes up in this corner here, you can actually see it first.
In fact, the Ariel.
See it? Whoa.
In fact, the
There,
Ariel was
boom, what's that? Or is that as he puts his hands
in fact,
up?
the Ariel was
Nah,
to
there's something there.
Yep.
In fact, the Ariel was to be about a third longer.
Now,
And
is
then
that
the black mass?
do you think, or is that someone setting up?
It was just
Ready?
414 feet. In fact, the
Get
Ariel
prepared.
was to be about a third
And
longer
what?
than
Because
the
it is.
If you go back to the beginning quickly, the
Yeah.
thing's behind him the entire time. On his left
150
shoulder, the
feet
black
long.
mass is in the bottom corner.
Germany, Count von Hindenburg's largest airship, the L3, was just 414 feet. In fact, the Ariel was to be about a third longer than the
Oh,
Hindenburg,
yeah.
which wouldn't be built for another.
What? But is this one of them things where it's like,
I can't think off the top of my head what it could be,
yeah.
because he clearly doesn't acknowledge it.
Yeah, and I'm not being. I mean, yes, these cameras have viewfinders, but you are just looking directly down the lens, so that
150 feet long.
it is there the
In
whole
Germany,
time.
Count von Hindenburg's largest airship, the L3, was just 414 feet. In fact, the Ariel was to be about a third longer than the Hindenburg.
I'd love to know what he's actually talking about, but right, let's have a look at the comments and see what they think. Whatever it was, it didn't just disappear. It was there for the whole clip and then moved behind him. I don't think it's a dog. It was the guy's cat. It's a cat. At the first 5 seconds of the YouTube video, you see the cat's tail. It's a cat!
Do you see the tail?
Which wouldn't be built for another 28
Oh, wait,
years,
was it the end?
50 feet long, 150 feet long. In Germany, Count von Hindenburg's largest airship, the L3, was just 414 feet. In fact, the Ariel was to be about a third longer than the Hindenburg.
I mean, I guess it could be a cat.
Now they've said
yeah.
cat. The point it stands up, I can sort of see the back end of a cat almost in its shape.
Yeah, it's arching, isn't it?
In
Yeah.
fact, the Ariel was to be about
Which
a
is-
third longer
Yeah.
than the Hindenburg,
Oh, wow.
which wouldn't be built for another.
Okay, I think we might have debunked it. Notice strange dark figure moving from left to right. I mean, it had us going for a while.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Until we worked out what it was.
Yeah. I took this picture 2 years ago when I was with my dogs on my terrace, and my dogs suddenly started barking at my neighbours, so I looked up and saw this, and no one can climb on top of it as it's a tin shed. Ooh. We've got a figure there on top.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And that is a very high fence anyway.
Yeah. And it's a tin shed, so I'm guessing she's saying, like, the weight, I guess, you'd fall through.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
It almost looks kind of Skinwalker Wendigo style.
That's what I had in my mind. I did have the whole Skinwalker thing idea in my head, for sure. What do you think about the idea of those?
I'm interested. I've seen there's a few sort of videos around on TikTok at the minute, because they're quite popular over there for some reason.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people walking through the wilderness in America and hearing someone shout for help.
Yeah.
And then they find the person that's shouting for help, and the person's just stood completely still.
Screaming.
No like, motion in them, just screaming.
Yeah.
While looking completely calm. And I'd run.
Yeah. I do think, like, there is still so much, not unexplored, because we have explored a lot, but, you know, in the Amazon and in a lot of the net, like, there's so much of America is national park. That's why hundreds of people go missing every year. You know, I do think that there are potentially things that, you know, live in these areas that we just don't understand yet, you know.
I think by the time you take into account the ocean that we've only explored like 5% of.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the national parks, all the underground caves.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of places for things that we don't yet know about to be hiding.
Yeah, for sure.
And it is like things like the platypus. Obviously, they were considered cryptids up until 100 years ago.
Yeah, when that first got released, everyone thought it was a hoax, didn't they?
Same with the giant squid.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very possible that in 50 years, things like Bigfoot and Mothman will be discovered.
Yeah. What could that be on there, on that tin shed? That's clear, that looks like it's looking at them.
Mm-hmm. I think the only thing that I don't like is that it's a picture instead of a video.
Yeah.
Because it's dark, you almost can't work out any shape. That could just be something up on top of the shed that's, you know...
Yeah, it could just be a bundle of bricks for all we know.
But at the same time, it does have a very sort of head-shaped form to it.
Yeah. That is very odd.
And it's weird that the dogs, according to the site of the dogs, started barking at it beforehand.
Yeah. That is very true.
Again, it's something, if I saw that on my shed, I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Or in the neighbour's shed. Just anywhere near me, to be honest.
Anywhere, generally in my street, I just wouldn't be. I wouldn't go outside again.
Yeah, I would not be happy at all. But okay, well, the Skinwalker is what instantly came to my mind too. Let's have a look at the comments for this one. Okay, I don't understand that reference. I bet I scared a shit ton of people climbing on stuff all night and being in abandoned places when I was homeless. Looks like a small satellite TV dish to me. That's not on the roof. He's talking about the figure on the corrugated metal roof. They usually can't support the weight of people. Still might be a dish up there. I Photoshop for a living, still too lazy to check for myself. Oh, that blob. So hang on, this person seriously thought they were talking about that. Oh my word.
Some people just shouldn't be allowed on the internet.
I know. That could be anything. I wouldn't see that and think, ghost, check it for us. Just the rake. Yeah. Dude, I forgot about the rake. Why do you do this to me? I might do some more videos on cryptids. They were fun. No one can climb. Tell that to cats. Could also be an owl. I was talking about humans because that looked like a human head to me. I couldn't identify any cat ears though, and you can also identify shoulders. The image doesn't have enough quality for us to identify what it can be. Maybe for you that was present, it could be different. Animals can climb it.
I mean, the photo quality is very low, I think, because the picture's taken in the dark at night.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters what sort of camera you've got. No. I think that's always going to be reasonably blurry just because of how dark it is.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we're going to have to leave it up to the comments down below. What do you think this is? What do you think of all the stuff that we've looked at so far? Scott, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for giving me the idea for this video. So if you like this kind of video, go over to Scott's channel. I'll link it down below. Because you've done a few of these, haven't you? And I was watching and I was like, oh, we could do that together. That'd be great. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button. Go check out Scott as well. We are going to be going to the Ancient Ram Inn next month. So you'll see Scott again very soon. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you very soon. Sweet one. Geese.